Hi guys, it's Sunday, June 10th or 11th. Actually, we're getting some much needed rain right now. Um, we've It's been dry, real dry throughout all of Michigan and parts of the United States. Um, I'm just checking in. I recently watched a video the other day from Maine Outdoor Enthusiasts, and Camp Benny also did kind of a feature on it. His was who's gonna fill their shoes, and Maine Outdoor Enthusiast was where are the deer hunters. We're losing numbers big time. Here in Michigan alone, I did some research. Back in the 80s, we were selling 750 to 770,000 rifle licenses alone. That didn't include archery. And Michigan, I can't remember the date, switched over, got rid of the archery tag. And now, with it all combined, they sell, I think they just sold 540 some thousand licenses total. That includes archery and rifle. So, rough figures, there's 200 some thousand licenses difference between when I started hunting back in 82 versus now. And there's probably more. This is just Michigan now. But guys just aren't hunting anymore. You try to take a young kid hunting now. I've tried and tried and tried, but the parents don't want them anywhere near a gun. And that's understandable. The hunter safety courses, I talked to an instructor. He said the numbers are the lowest they've ever been. So when the older hunters pass away, or can no longer hunt no more because they can't get around, nobody's taking over. Now, one of the reasons I feel is in Michigan alone, you need a bachelor's degree to figure out the rules in this state, and it shouldn't be that difficult. You need, like down here in southern Michigan where I live, if you buy a combo tag, your first one doesn't, it can be as long as it's 3 inches long, a spike. But now up in the UP, where I do 99.9% of my hunting, with a combo tag, your first one's got to have 3 points on one side. And there's other parts of the state where your first one has to have 4 points on one side before you can shoot it with a combo tag. Now, if you buy the regular license and you can shoot whatever as long as it's 3 inches. However, if you shoot that during bow season, you're done hunting unless you have a doe tag. You can no longer shoot another buck. So it's just prime examples of, you need this for here, and you need this for here, and you got to look and see what I got to have for up here. And a lot of people are fed up with it. They don't want to go no more. Then to top it all off, when they switch this over, now when you buy a license, you have to buy a base license. Now this base license replaces small game license. But a lot of older guys don't small game hunt anymore. So why should they have to buy a base license? Now, if they decide to go rabbit hunting, squirrel hunting, basically anything small game, then they can maybe change it to maybe where they buy a license then for more money. But what I'm trying to say is, it's like the Michigan DNR has changed so much since I started hunting that it's losing guys. And then back in the day, you applied for a doe permit. You applied for it. Now they hand them out like candy in certain parts of the state. I think you can get up to 10 doe permits. And a lot of people are upset with that. So it's just the way the DNR is doing things. It's no wonder why people are saying, forget it, I don't want to go hunting anymore. And it's sad. I'm hoping my son keeps up the tradition up at camp when I'm gone or no longer can go. But the younger generation would rather play on a cell phone than go deer hunting or go small game hunting or go fishing for that. They don't want to do that. That's not cool. You know, and it's a shame that I'm sure other states are losing the numbers too, and it's going to keep continuing on and on and on. Now, here in Michigan, maybe they should just go to a one buck rule like they do in Ohio. Me, personally, myself, I'm not a trophy hunter. To me, any deer you take is a trophy. I don't have nothing against a guy that wants an 8-point, 10-point, or 140-inch buck or whatever. I'm not against him. Congrats to him. But on the other hand, don't tell me what I can shoot and what I can't shoot. We got too much of this bickering back and forth of, you know, social media and all this and that. Oh, you shot that. Why'd you shoot this? Let it grow. And there's too much of that. I mean, we can't be doing that. We're fueling the anti-hunters when we do that. You know, it's just giving them more fire for them to go after us more. We gotta stick together as hunters and just, you shoot what you want to shoot and I'll shoot what I want to shoot. If that's a trophy in my eyes, that's what it is. But, I mean, I don't have the luxury of owning 200-300 acres where I can manage it for that. I don't have that luxury. Would I love to shoot a nice buck one day? Yeah, I would. I shot an 8-point before. I'm happy with it. But I'm also happy with a spike or a four-corner. I just enjoy going deer hunting and being out there. And we got too much, we're at each other's throat too much. It's like Michigan-Ohio State football game. We got to stop that. Is it going to bring numbers back? I doubt it. But we need to join forces and keep what we have. Because next thing you know, there won't be nothing left. There won't be they'll take everything away. You know, and I feel the doe permit thing here in Michigan is a moneymaker for the state. Back in the day, you paid $5 to apply. If you got lucky, they sent you a pink tag in the mail, and that was your doe tag. Now a doe license is the same as a buck tag, or a regular deer license. I don't have no problem with that. But now they switched, now the doe license, excluding where I hunt in the UP, is good for the whole state. Which means I can use it in Crawford County, or I can use it in Kent County, or I can use it over here in St. Clair County. And how are they controlling that? Now the one in the UP, you gotta have that so-called bonus tag to go along with that. You just can't shoot one without a bonus tag. But up until a couple years ago, it wasn't like that. You applied or you bought a doe tag for Kent County or Crawford or St. Clair County. Now you can take a doe permit and go anywhere in the state, excluding the UP, and hunt a doe. I mean, I don't know how they can keep track of. And now, I guess their way of keeping track is, now you got to register your deer. And I think, I got pros and cons on that. You know, they're pinpointing, from what I've heard, I don't know this for a fact because I didn't get to use it last year, but they want to know the exact location, they want to know this and that, and well, who's to say that this person is saying exactly where they shot that deer? You know, oh, he shot it up in Crawford County, but he's saying he shot it in St. Clair County. I just, I don't see how it's gonna work to their benefit. But that's another road I don't want to go down, because my thought is I'm totally against it, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, we are losing numbers, and it's a shame. I've tried, like I said, I've tried to take a youngster hunting, and a couple years ago, and the dad explained to me they'd rather not. They don't want him anywhere near a gun, and I wasn't going to argue with them. That was their decision. But this same person is also the one getting in trouble at school all the time. I'm not going to mention any names, but you know, he's headed down a wrong road, and I could see why maybe they don't want him near a gun. Maybe that is a good decision. But there's other cases out there where a kid goes once or twice, may not fill his tag or whatever, and loses interest in it. Doesn't want to go. That's what I was afraid of with my son. But he stuck with it, and now he loves it. Everything's hunting with him too. But I just feel like I don't know where we're going to go from here with the way things are going now. I mean, this country's in a messed up world. Now, Michigan just passed a so-called red flag law. And 3 days later, after they passed this so-called red flag law, they had a school shooting outside a school in Warren. I mean, we had gun laws on the books where you went in and filled out an application and they ran it. Now, if I went into Cabela's or a gun store right now, supposedly now it's a 14-day wait period to buy a gun. These red flag laws ain't going to stop these crazy people from going into schools and shooting or whatever. These laws ain't going to stop them. Because you can go on the street anywhere and buy a gun. I don't know what they can't think, you know, where they're getting their ideas that this is going to save people. No. I could say something about this person, and the next thing you know, they can go take their guns away. I don't think that's right, or do I think it's going to work? But we gotta try to keep what we got, and we gotta stop going after each other for what they want to shoot and what they don't want to shoot. It's a bad thing. And we're all hunters, and we're all out there for the fun and the camaraderie and all that. Let's just stick to it. Congratulate that person, whether it's a big buck or a small buck, whether it's a doe or a button buck. Congratulate that person. And, you know, let's just get along. And another thing, Michigan, I just read the other day, they want to change the traditional November 15th opener to a Saturday, thinking they're going to get more kids and more people out in the woods. That ain't going to work. November 15th is a tradition that dates back to when they started deer hunting in this state, back in the early 1900s. And there's weekends in there where you could go hunting. But people like me, for an example, have our vacation time in already. So you want to change the dates? I mean, why? That's another reason why people are getting fed up with the DNR. Is just the way they're not asking us guys. They're just sitting behind a desk thinking, well, maybe if we change it, we'll get hunters back. No, that ain't it. That's not the answer. Change what you're doing. Don't worry about what we're doing. Change what you're doing. Ask us before you make these decisions. I don't know who thinks of it or what they come up with or where they get their ideas from, but they talked about this years ago and it never went through. Now they're talking about it again. They want to change it to a Saturday opening day. Well, opening day in Michigan's been November 15th and October 1st forever. Leave it like it is. Don't fix what ain't broken. But no, they get these ideas from somebody that a weekend warrior. Well, if you really want to go deer hunting, you'll get the time off at work to go deer hunting, or you'll save a day or something. But like nowadays, the schools are, oh, you taking your son to go deer hunting or your daughter to go deer hunting, that ain't gonna fly. Back when I started hunting, a lot of you guys will remember, we told the principal, or our parents told the principal, they're going deer hunting. Okay, have fun. Heck, up north, up in northern Michigan and the whole UP, November 15th there's no school that day. Because it's that big of a thing. It's almost as big as Christmas, if not bigger. November 15th should be a national holiday in the state of Michigan. That's just how I feel. And I'm sure a lot of you Michigan hunters out there feel the same way I do. November 15th should be a national holiday. Because there's nobody at work anyway if they're calling in sick if they don't have the day off. So if you really want to go deer hunting, you can go deer hunting. You don't need to have it on a Saturday. So, I mean, I could go on and on and on about it, but I just seen that they want to change the opening day to the 15th of November. I mean, from the 15th of November, excuse me. So, I do have a question to ask. I was wondering if you guys had any luck, or if you ever used those thermocells. I'm thinking about purchasing a couple. I want to head back up to camp, and I want to get my trail cameras out. But I know without one of them thermocell things, I ain't going to be able to walk 2 feet from my truck without just getting attacked. So I wanted to see what you guys' feelings were on them thermocells, if they really work, or if they're just a gimmick, or if it's, you know, I know they're only $20, but to drive almost 400 miles to not have it work, I'd like to know what your guys' thoughts are on those thermocells. Because like I said, I want to go up to camp. I want to put out at least 3, maybe 4 trail cameras that I couldn't do over Memorial, or when we went up early May because of all the water, we really couldn't get nowhere. So I'd like to get up there. I'm just dying to get back up to camp, make a long weekend out of it. But I've been looking at those, and I read some reviews on it. Some were good reviews, some were bad reviews. So I thought I'd throw it out there to you guys to see what you guys thought of them thermocells, if it was worth getting one or not. But no, I just wanted to touch base on that. Those 2 videos. Well, I watched Camp Benny's a while back, but Maine Outdoor Enthusiasts just had one on there. We're all the hunters, you know, and it's a shame that we're losing hunters. Now we can't do anything about the older ones that can't get out there or are no longer with us. But we gotta stop the bickering amongst ourselves, and I'll leave it at that. Hope you guys have a good rest of the week coming up, and hope you're having a safe summer so far. It's been a warm one here in Michigan anyways. So until we meet again, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later.